What's up, everyone? This is Tony with JRNYcrypto. Today we have a huge day in the cryptocurrency space. Not only do we have Bitcoin breaking $40,000 again, that major resistance level, we also have some huge news to discuss involving Tudor Jones going in heavier on cryptocurrency, as well as Elon Musk commenting on Tesla and Bitcoin, MicroStrategy making huge moves. So before we get started, I do appreciate if you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be notified when I make new crypto videos. Alright guys, so we definitely had a great Monday morning in the crypto space with Bitcoin breaking that $40,000 major resistance level. So Bitcoin up 20% on the 7-day here, pretty massive recovery after the market crash, dropping as low as $30,000. So unfortunately my lower buy limits did not fill with Bitcoin. I did have some in the low 30,000s as well as looking to buy in the high 20,000s. A lot of people did expect Bitcoin to drop to the mid 20,000s. We still have a lot of people very skeptical that we're out of the woods yet as well. So even though we broke that resistance, we're still hovering around that. Earlier today it actually crashed back into the 39,000s, now up above 40,000 once again. So Bitcoin and Ethereum very bullish right now. We did have word of the Bitcoin Taproot upgrade that should be coming end of year here, which is the first major upgrade for Bitcoin in 4 years. So huge improvements coming to Bitcoin with that. Ethereum has the London hard fork in July, which is making Ethereum bullish as well, getting close to 2,600 again. We also have some other stuff up, ADA back around $1.60, and then we have Polkadot surging up 17% today at $25, and we also have Chainlink up 7% and Polygon Matic at $1.50 again. So altcoins are starting to recover. I do believe as Bitcoin is on a steady rise, people will be reallocating back to altcoins. So just how when Bitcoin is crashing, we do see altcoins crash even more. When Bitcoin is on a steady rise, we will be seeing certain altcoins moving up much quicker, especially those with major blockchain upgrades, major events coming, major marketing. The projects that really have the attention are going to, of course, get more investors and move up much easier because they are much smaller market cap. So Bitcoin being much more established, the highest market cap crypto in the space, of course, it's going to be less volatile in both directions, but that means less profit potential as well. So definitely a great opportunity here for us to fine tune our strategies and overlook what our plan is in the cryptocurrency space. So I do believe end of year is going to be looking great still. We still have some crazy predictions out there like we discussed yesterday, $288,000 Bitcoin prediction. So a lot of people were expecting a market crash again back to the low 30,000s with the G7 summit and the death cross, as well as just JP Morgan FUD and other things. Lots of FUD over the past week. We actually were on a steady rise and now breaking that major resistance of 40,000 for Bitcoin. It's very possible we're going to be on a steady rise here. So a lot of people still are calling that we do test that low 30,000s one more time before we really spring upwards back to Bitcoin all-time highs into end of year, where I do believe we will be passing that $100,000 Bitcoin still. So keep in mind, this is just my personal opinion. Anything can happen in the markets. Don't take anyone's word for it. Always do your own research and get your own feel for it and make your own financial decisions. So a quick recap of everything big that is coming by end of year here. We do have the Bitcoin Taproot upgrade, the Ethereum London hard fork, Cardano Goguen mainnet, as well as many other blockchain upgrades. I couldn't fit too much in one tweet. We also have major companies like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Apple, all working on crypto merchant services. And then we have countries starting to accept Bitcoin as legal tender like El Salvador. I do believe more countries will be following very shortly. Hopefully 2 or 3 more by end of 2021. By end of 2022, I really see this kicking off. So there's just too many major things happening by end of 2021 for this bull market to be over, in my opinion. While we may be in a temporary bear phase, I do believe we can still get out of this and see new Bitcoin all-time highs by end of year. Even comparing this to the last bull run, I really don't think we've seen the peak of this bull market. So I always stress on the channel how important it is to have a good cryptocurrency strategy, know exactly where you want to be buying and selling and what your long-term goals are. So I do think the entry strategy is more important than the exit strategy, but it is good to have all of this written out and know your exact strategy and goals. So a great tweet here to get you guys thinking about this. If the market is manipulated, and I believe it clearly is, then drawing lines and triangles on charts for short-term trades puts you at the mercy of the manipulators. If you hold high-quality cryptocurrencies and have a longer time horizon, the market manipulators have no power over you. So personally, I do have a very long-term approach to cryptocurrencies, and I am holding very long-term with the majority of my portfolio. And just lending and staking and earning passive income while I'm holding anyways is just a win-win. And dollar cost averaging, doing different things to accumulate more over time. All right, guys, so huge news today and a huge reminder about inflation, which is inevitable. Paul Tudor Jones announcing he is acquiring more Bitcoin. So when Paul Tudor Jones first acquired Bitcoin was shortly after the market crash of 2020 in mid-March. He did put 1 or 2% of his net worth into Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. And this is when awareness really started spreading about inflation. We did have trillions of dollars being printed for stimulus packages and coronavirus relief. So once again, we do have Paul Tudor Jones discussing inflation and actually buying more Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation. So over 1 year later, and he is buying more, definitely a great sign here, and definitely giving other people the confidence to buy in for the long term as well. So Paul Tudor Jones could go all in on inflation trades once 5% Bitcoin allocation. Jones sees Bitcoin as a great way to protect wealth over the long run. So a lot of people thought Paul Tudor Jones was crazy the first time he was buying and when he was talking about inflation. But with the governments around the world printing trillions of dollars, of course, inflation is inevitable. We do have around 3% average inflation per year, but with trillions more being printed, it's definitely going to increase the inflation rates. We're already seeing this happening with food prices and gas prices and other daily goods. So this is happening whether we like it or not, and people are going to start investing in various things as a hedge against inflation. So Jones sees Bitcoin as a great way to protect his wealth over the long run. I definitely agree with this. The Bitcoin I do hold is a small percent of my overall portfolio, but it is what I'm holding very long term. I can hold that and trust that, put that in lending and earning passive income of over 5% compounding interest per year. So it is good to have a great strategy and have different things. Have your cryptocurrency making money for you is always a good thing to have. And we really didn't have this after the last bull market ended. So Paul Tudor Jones following up here and buying even more Bitcoin over a year later is a massive vote of confidence in my opinion. It's bringing a lot of awareness to inflation as well, and crypto still being a hedge against inflation, although extremely volatile. I do think it's going to be one of the best hedges against inflation in the long term. So if we do consider the scarcity factor of Bitcoin, I do believe Bitcoin will be hitting $1 million eventually. This is, of course, very long term. I'm talking 10 to 20 years out. I do believe $100,000 is going to be very possible in 2021. So there can only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. Millions of those are lost forever, and millions of those are held by institutions in whales. So the Bitcoin scarcity factor alone is enough to send it back to all-time highs, in my opinion, not even considering all the major upgrades coming and all the massive companies making cryptocurrency more accessible, all the countries that are looking into making Bitcoin legal tender. So I know a lot of people aren't a fan of Elon Musk right now, but he did clarify when Tesla would begin accepting Bitcoin as payment again. He did post this as a reply on Twitter to a Cointelegraph article stating it was inaccurate and clarifying some things. So he said Tesla only sold 1% of their holdings to confirm Bitcoin could be liquidated easily without moving the markets. When there's confirmation of reasonable clean energy usage by miners with positive future trend, Tesla will resume allowing Bitcoin transactions. Around the time of this statement is when the markets started moving back upwards, and we have other things adding to the momentum. Definitely a lot of huge things happening and momentum picking back up. I do think we will be on a steady rise at some point here in the next few weeks. We could be testing the mid to low 30,000s again, but like I said, more and more support is building in those low 30,000s. So we also have more great news from MicroStrategy, which has been one of the key players during this bull market, showing massive support. Buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, taking that out of circulation has definitely helped the crypto space in 2021. So following the massive Bitcoin purchase announcement, MicroStrategy says it may sell up to $1 billion in stock. So the same day business intelligence firm MicroStrategy announced it would use $488 million from the proceeds of a private offering sale to buy Bitcoin. The company said it may also sell up to $1 billion of its stock for the same reason. pretty big move here, and definitely acquiring as much Bitcoin as possible. Even at these higher prices, they acquired Bitcoin over 50,000. They've been acquiring Bitcoin throughout this market crash. Taking more and more Bitcoin out of circulation. If we just had 10 more institutions doing the same as MicroStrategy, I do think Bitcoin would be over $100,000 already. So another thing to consider here, institutions will continue buying. Not only that, but mass adoption on a huge scale. Bitcoin and crypto is becoming much more accessible with all the biggest payment processors getting on board, countries looking to accept Bitcoin as legal tender. All of these massive things, as well as other sub niches like the NFT space, decentralized finance, and other things, bringing mass adoption to the crypto space. So keep in mind, although I'm bullish for the long term for end of 2021, anything can happen in the short term, especially discussion of regulation or new tax laws, as we've seen since the beginning of 2021 with new people in office, with Biden, has caused mass panic and has caused big market crashes all at once. But with extreme volatility like this, it does present great opportunity at the same time, and that's why a lot of people are here. They want massive return on investment. They don't want just 3% or 5% per year like they can get in other investment avenues. So I do believe crypto is here to stay. I don't believe we're going to be in a bear market for the next 3 years until the next Bitcoin halving. I just don't see that in the cards. I do see everything on a steady incline at some point, and then that's really when confidence is going to pick back up. And that's really when all the money on the sidelines is going to come back into the markets, and these people will be paying a premium instead of buying this major market crash. So that's it for today's crypto news and market update. I hope you guys found it useful. Please let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on the crypto space right now, and where do you see it headed by end of 2021? Also, if you guys want to get more educated in the crypto space and have a better long-term strategy, you can check out my cryptocurrency guides playlist. There is a link in the top right of this video and a playlist link on my channel. I do recommend sending this playlist to anyone you know that should get more educated in crypto before they start investing as well. So keep in mind, all of this is not financial advice. You should always do your own research. Don't take any one person's word for it, and make sure you do make your own financial decisions. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did find the video useful, I would appreciate if you liked the video, comment below, and share the video with friends and family or anywhere on social media. Everything helps the channel grow, and I do appreciate it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.